place.
But Arthur looking on. He'll be hoping that his side can get that home playoff match. They could yet still finish second, but they need some big things to happen. First of all, they've got to take care of business tonight. It's Leeds against Catalans, live from round 26 of the Betfred Super League. Jack Smith, the official in the middle. Lockie Miller gets us underway, and the ball drops. Well, if that's the sign of things to come, it might be a long old night. Tommy Makinson drops the kick-off. Disaster.
Just as we pumped his tyres up, Mark, Tommy Makinson loses the ball in the opening 10 seconds of the game. A rare mistake from Makinson. And a real chance here for the Rhinos to start this game so bright.
Yeah, be a goal line dropout. Spiro Bichet will... Is he going to go short? They're lining up like they're going to go short. He's taking his time. They are going short. He's got the distance. Now it's a competition. Ball batted. Comes off the Leeds head. It's play on. Leeds have it back. Here's Croft. Gets it away to Oledsky. Well, the kick was good. They just couldn't get it back.
Yeah, I think it's Makinson who competes again and loses the ball forward. Ends up in the Rhinos' arms here. The 15 metres away. Cooper Jenkins just trying to get towards that left post.
Here is O'Connor, finds Jack Sinfield back in the side. He's only played 2 of the last 15, Sinfield. He's being made to wait and be patient. But Connor's absence gives him a chance. Here now is Palacia, a welcome returnee. He's missed a couple for Leeds. And he's tackled just short of the line. They're loading up both sides of the ruck. O'Connor will go right. Finds Croft, little step, takes on the line. Tackle 5 away. Try last week at Huddersfield, but denied here. But Leeds knocking firmly on the Dragons' door. Ball going now here with O'Connor. Door shut by Desaria. And this is the last tackle. They're going to go with a power play here. Oledsky tries to poach one. He gets over the line, but Spiro Bichet will hold him up. And Catalans survive the first big test of their defence.
A couple of dead players towards the final end of that set. You see Oledsky just trying to power his way over from dummy half. I really like Brodie Croft, early doors, Mark, just running the football, just trying to test the Dragons, see if they're on point. He answered all that in the opening set.
Yeah, look, Leeds haven't conceded for the last 2 weeks. They won at Hull without conceding, they won at Huddersfield without conceding. Their attack wasn't great last week at the Giants. That's one thing I think Brad Arthur will want to see an improvement in tonight.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's all well and good scoring points. You have to be able to defend, and the Rhinos have been doing that, Mark. You know, it's this time of the year where defences really are going to be on top if you're good to go on and lift the trophy come October the 11th.
Farge kick bounces beautifully. Here's Miller, sprints onto it, and is tackled just short of the halfway line. You mentioned that Leeds defence conceded 61 points in the last 9 games. That's ridiculous.
And it's impressive, isn't it?
It is. It's on foundations like that that grand final wins are based. Leeds here with O'Connor over halfway. Inside the Dragons' territory. Dragons have beaten Castleford and Salford in recent weeks. Well, this is an entirely different challenge for them. Oledsky recovered from that horrendous facial injury he suffered a couple of months ago. Ball now here with Jenkins, hard and straight up the middle. Leeds making good meters. 20 out. They'll go now to Brodie Croft. He'll get it away to Sinfield. Body's in motion. Miller fires it wide. Little kick through. Looks too deep, and it is too deep. A little bit less on that, and that was a chance for Harry Newman, but it's a 20-metre 7-tackle restart.
Yeah, the kick just too heavy there from the veteran Ryan Hall. Lockie Miller just fires that ball straight across Newman. And Hall, with nowhere to go, has to put boot to ball, but just doesn't quite execute their mark, and it's the Dragons who are tasked with clearing away from their own end.
Yeah, Dragons have been struggling for points of their own. Following that big win over Castleford, they found points hard to come by.
Look down at the team tonight here, Mark, and it's probably the best Dragons outfit for a number of weeks, really. Those 8 changes, some big names back in there tonight. Here comes one of them with Theo Farge onto Garcia, Desaria. Nice little ball movement there.
He's over halfway. And now the ball into the hands of Farge. Will just dink the kick over the top. Miller will skip across, gets it inside the 10. There's a wall of 3 in front of him, and they'll get him inside the 10. Good set from the Dragons.
Yeah, neat little kick there on the end of it, but the chase was equal. Lockie Miller's shown all season, Mark, that you have to get your bodies in and around him. So easy to bump out the way and get the Rhino sets going. They do a good job there, the right edge of the Dragons.
Sinfield gets it away. Hankinson head rocks back in the challenge. Big shot, Desiree. All here with Palacia. Takes it in. You mentioned in your preview piece here that these two met in round 4, 11 points to 0. It wasn't the prettiest of games that night. Played in horrendous conditions. Hopes are high, this one will be much better. Sinfield hoists it high, but it has gone high. Should be caught by Yaha. Collects it on the full, and he's met instantly by Simpson. Back in the team after that injury at Hull. Good to see him back again.
Yeah, highly thought youngster, isn't he, Simpson? Spiro Bichet looks like he maybe could have got a high one there.
Down. There's Fuad Yaha, the Dragons' top Super League try scorer. All here. Teeson gets it away. A good spell with the London Broncos in Super League last year. Gets it away. Towards halfway, that all smothering Leeds defence is in.
Yeah, you're right to mention Hugo Teeson. This is his 3rd appearance of this season. He's had to wait, but I think he's been pretty good value in the last couple of weeks for Joel Tompkins.
Yes, high kick taken by Miller, and there's that footwork. Gets away from 1, gets away from 2, and he's chopped down by Teeson. Just short of the 40, and Leeds all of a sudden are rolling forward. Here goes Zalewski again, big carry from him.
It just shows the importance of a kick chase in and around the danger men. Lockie Miller, he breaks away, and 3 plays later, Mark, they've rolled down 40, 50 metres.
Here is O'Connor, fires it now to Jenkins. Jenkins inside the 30. Leeds starting well here. Coming now to Sinfield, short pass Gannon. Got the arm free, gets it back to Sinfield. Did he have a touch at that? Went backwards, play on. Here now is Miller. Miller's going to put the kick in, looking for Newman. Again, it looks too strong. It looked too strong. That was touched dead, I think. Makinson tried to wait. He tried to wait, but he couldn't resist. He had to put it dead.
You know, Tommy Makinson, he's facing his own try line here, the own dead ball line, and he just doesn't want to take a chance there with Ryan Hall. I think he had time to let that one go over the sideline.
It's easy to say with Ryan Hall breathing down your neck. Once it just shows the bounce of the ball. It looked far too hard, didn't it, the kick, but it stayed in the field of play, and it's another goal line dropout. They're going short again. They are, I think. Oh, they go short straight up the middle. Do they recover it? Well, that is a great bit of skill from a Spiro Bichet. Magnificent from the Dragons.
Yeah, brave. Rolls the dice and comes up with it.
I think the slippery conditions helped him there. He could dive knowing he was going to reach the ball. Well, 2 short restarts. There is a Spiro Bichet, the teenager. He's had a couple of tough times this year, but clearly a player we're going to be enjoying watching in the Super League for many years to come. Here now, he is on the ball, racked up by Simpson. Now, Garcia, 2-time grand finalist with the Dragons. Won't play football this year. The rebuild on for 2026. Kick to the touchline. Miller wanted it, I think, to roll out, but now he'll bring it back. And again, there's a wall of grey in front of him. Carey can't make the tackle, but it is made 15 off the line. The Dragons so far, despite dropping that early kickoff, have acquitted themselves pretty well.
Yeah, they have. You know, they've come up with a couple of you know, repeat sets that they've had to deal with. Spiro Bichet there, transitioning that into their favour. But neat kicks down this right edge through Theo Farge. Just gets them good part of the field position to attack the Rhinos here.
Here's Palacia, step past 1. Navarrete didn't get his man there. Teeson left on the ground. Room now for the Rhinos. Here's O'Connor. Farge did well there. Got his body between O'Connor and the support runners, and this will be the last one. They'll go now to Sinfield. He's aiming high towards the posts. And Spiro Bichet underneath it will catch it, 10 off his own line. Thought about the big pass. Well, a wall of blue and amber in front of him, nowhere to go. Yaha encouraged to come forward. Instead, they use him as a decoy. And the Dragons 25 out from their own line. They went close to winning at Warrington, where they were leading for much of the game there before getting blown out of its second half. They beat Castleford, they beat Salford. Big defeat to Wigan in and amongst that, but just signs they're improving. It has been, without doubt, a disappointing campaign for the Dragons.
Oh, yeah, it has been.
Here's a 40-20 effort. This is a great effort. That is a great kick. What a kick that is from Theo Fars. He didn't have a lot of room to work with. That was an accurate pinpoint kick.
Well, that's Theo's third kick. And each and every one of them, Mark, have been decent. That one the best there. He puts the Dragons in a really good position now. 10 minutes on the clock and their first real attempt to examine the Rhinos line. You see what the Rhinos have here. You mentioned there that 61 points in 9 games. Well, they'll have to be tested here.
Yeah, they'll be happy to be down this end. Desiree will try and lay a platform. Tackle one. Inside the 10 he goes. Dragons hoping to strike first here against this miserly Rhinos defence. Here is Fars. Drops the ball back. Navarrete takes it in. A couple of metres away. Leeds with O'Connor, Super League's top tackler with a tackle. Here now is Fars, body's in motion. Kiri short, trying to get over the top. They do get over the top, but more blue and amber shirts come to stop Sirenen right on the whitewash. Tisson in, swings it back. Not the best pass. Kiri's pass was knocked down. Referee, I think, is going to bring that back for a knock-on from Leeds. Wasn't the best pass there for Kiri. He'd had little time to work with it.
Just see here, Tisson. It's a wild ball, it really is. Kiri, as he's trying to play the ball, it is touched. And they'll get another set of 6 here. Morgan Gannon just getting the left arm to that ball. There's a scrum here, 10 metres out.
Another chance for Catalans. Aspero Bichet to the right is being called across by Kiri, who's directing traffic behind the scrum. Here is Kiri now, turns it back, taken in by Remus Smith, who slipped to tackle but is dragged down a couple of metres away. Tisson gets it away, ball back here in the hands of Garcia. Frustrating campaign for him. Big ban, of course, for his red card at Hull Kingston Rovers. Here now come the Dragons. Aspero Bichet, ball over the top, knocked down by Hankinson. And it's going to be yet another set for the Dragons. But truth be told at the minute, Carl, they're not asking this Leeds defence enough questions. No,
Aspero Bichet just double pumps and doesn't really do anything. Lets that ball go. And Hankinson makes a play for the intercept, doesn't quite nail it. Right, the Dragons, they just need to ask a little bit more here.
There is Hankinson, yet to score, having joined from Salford. And he's slotted in quite nicely on that left-hand side for Leeds. Ball now here to Aspero Bichet. A little bit of footwork, tried to spin away from Croft, gets just enough of his man. Dragons go short side here, but Leeds are all over it at the moment. They're a team that enjoys defending. And McDonnell and Newman with Brodie Croft, that edge making good work, but then they're undone, and Hugo Tisson slides through. He got a drop goal last week, now he's got a try that stuns Headingley if it's given. It did open up right in front of him. Jack Smith on field, thinks it's a try. Let's find out from our video referee.
Okay, it's tackle 2. We have a try on field. We're checking the pick up into the grounding. Okay, touches his right hand there. His right hand always stays on the ball. And then he collects it with both hands. We'll just check the corner angle just to confirm. So we see there his right hand touch it, and his left hand gets to it. And the ball doesn't touch the floor in between, so we can play on from here. We'll check the grounding now. And the ball is grounded. Thank you, I've made my decision.
Well, we've just given Leeds defence a big build-up, and they get undone by a schoolboy error. McDonald misses the tackle and Tison is in, and the Dragons lead at Headingley. 4 points to 0. And when your defence has been so good, what a really disappointing way to get broken up.
Absolutely, Mark. A really ugly try for the Rhinos to concede. It was Tariq Sims that leaves Brodie Croft on the floor. You just see here, they get 6 more through a spiral B shape. Chris Hankinson touches the ball. That's the 3rd time that the Dragons get a look at the line. And McDonald misses his assignment. He's on his own. He's thinking that the ball's going to get shipped out to the left. Hugo Tison just schools him.
Simple but effective. And now Aspero Bichet been pretty accurate this campaign. We'll be hoping that he can slot over another 2 points. Well, many thought this was a foregone conclusion. It's proving anything but in the opening 14 minutes.
It's really, really silenced this crowd, hasn't it?
It has. This would be another dampener on the Leeds fan spirits. Bichet taking his time. He sends it on the way, and he adds another 2. It's a silent Headingley. Leeds 0, Catalans 6.
It's the visitors who strike first. Hugo Tison, after a carry from Sims, leaves Croft on the floor. McDonald, real poor attempt of a tackle there. It's Catalan Dragons who lead this contest 6-0.
Leeds had some early possession. Another difficult kickoff was actually well taken by Remus Smith. Gets it away to Navarrete. He's pushed back. Leeds had the better of the opening exchanges, but couldn't put points on the board. And now they find themselves behind. There'll be fans of Lee and St Helens will be roaring on the Dragons tonight because they too are chasing down a home semi-final in week 1 of the playoffs. That's a huge game tomorrow night, isn't it, Kyle? Lee against St Helens.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's all still on. Into the final 2 games of this season, and everything's still to play for a number of clubs.
Plenty of action, and you'll see it all live on Sky Sports. Leeds Saints tomorrow, 7:30 on Sky Sports Plus. Wigan, Castleford. Wigan still chasing Hull Kingston Rovers. Little chip over the top from Tison. Ball batted back. Here's Keary. Keary's going to put a kick in, but Miller should get there, and Miller will collect it. Great stuff off the cuff from the Dragons, but Leeds get it back on their own line.
Yeah, the Rhinos just not quite where they need to be, particularly in that set as well. They've gone back to almost being a little bit passive in that set. It's the Dragons who are hunting here, Mark.
Yeah. Goes for a shoulder charge from the Leeds players and fans. Here now is Croft. He's going to put the kick out wide, and racing onto it is Newman. Ball will bounce for Newman. Can he get there? He didn't quite get there, and that's a knock on. That play was on. And had Harry Newman have got a bounce there, he would have been racing away.
It was beautiful eyes up play there from Brodie Croft. Just keep your eye at the top of your screen. Harry Newman just hugging his sideline. Makinson and the rest of the left edge of the Dragons are so tight defensively because of where they are and what part of the field they're in. See the kick over the top there before Keary puts boot to ball. Inventive stuff there from the Rhinos, but well rescued as well from Makinson.
Yeah. There is Tommy Makinson. Been an injury hit campaign. He's missed a few, but still managed to score tries as he has done throughout his career.
A hat-trick on his last time out before he picked up that shoulder injury over at Warrington.
Fine form that night. First half hat-trick as well. Not seen him since. He's back tonight. Will he get more ammunition tonight? Here's Farge. Short pass to Kotrick. He's wrapped up. Dragons on the attack. Tison, short side play. Gets it away. Wasn't the best pass there. It was a bit of a lost tackle there for the Dragons. Here now is Keary. He's going to put the kick through. It's too near Hankinson, who should get back to pick it up. He outpaces them. Keary gets it away. Finds Miller. Miller gets it away to Hall. Hall didn't risk the pass out wide. Takes it in. And Leeds once again showing they're happy to throw it around, but they're having to do it at the moment inside their own half.
Yeah, they sure are. again, what's evident so far in the opening quarter is the Dragons really fancy that right-hand box, rolling the kicks in down there. Perhaps they see it as a weakness of Miller, returning the ball from that part of the field.
Outside the 30. O'Connor will play it. Bit of messing about the play of the ball. Leeds not happy. Here's Alecki. Alecki wraps up. Big carry over the 40. Last one for Leeds. O'Connor will get it away to Croft, who's under pressure. Good footwork. Takes him past the defender. Launches it high. Aspiro-Bichet will catch it. He'll bring it forward. He's up to the 20. What have we been playing? 19 minutes. No real breaks in the play. No penalties conceded. Doing a bit of an arm wrestle so far.
It certainly has. You know, the opening 10 minutes belong to the Rhinos. The last 10 is just swung into favour of the Dragons. Aspiro-Bichet with his second carry in this set. Does well there.
Well, now, Tisson, the try scorer, gets it away. Works its way here, and here is Fars looking for another 40-20. It's a great kick. He's got Miller in trouble. He's done him. He's done him. Not many beat Miller. He's done him twice inside the opening quarter. Another exocet arrow-like kick from Fars. What a start for him.
Oh, absolutely, Mark. And I mentioned there again, down that right-hand side of the field, the Dragons choose to go. And it pays dividends for them once again. The bounce of the ball just skips past Lockie Miller. Touches the ball outside the field of play. It's another 40-20 here from the Dragons.
Yeah. Tell you what, this is tight. Was his foot on the ground?
Yes.
Just.
Yes. Had to double look there.
Eagle-eyed Amor all over that one. Here's the tap, and here come the Dragons. I tell you what, if they score again here, we might hear the cheer from over the Pennines, from Lee and St Helens, who meet tomorrow night. The battle for the top four might be taking an almighty twist. Navarrete sends O'Connor back, but O'Connor hangs on. They're 5 out here now. The ball works its way. Short pass juggled, collected. What a tackle! What a tackle from Miller. How did they keep him out? If he takes it clean, surely he scores. Ball back now here to Garcia. Garcia turns and spins. Unbelievable defence from Leeds. Wow. Here now come Fars. Short pass. Great defence. Leeds hang on. Ball's on the ground. We'll take the first knock on. There's a bit of scuffling on the ground there. But Kyle Amor, what a tackle on the line to stop Bailey Sirenen from crashing over.
It needed to be a special play, Mark, and it was. It was almost the bounce of the ball off his chest of Bailey Sirenen. Just look at this pass from Kiri, delayed, and the change of line. It's almost that ricochet that undoes him. But Lockie Miller able to deny Sirenen a try, and then Romain Navarrete spilling the ball. It's a big play there from the Rhinos fullback.
Let's go, shot clock.
Yeah, Desiree didn't miss O'Connor either, did he? So a scrum for Leeds, 21 gone. Still just the one try for the Dragons. Aspiro-Bichet.
Together, Nick.
Conversion to Hugo Tisson's try, 6-0. You mentioned the atmosphere. It is not flat, it's just quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think the Rhinos fans are perhaps a little bit bemused by what they're seeing. Many thought that they would have really gone after Catalan Dragons, but this is a spirited outfit from Joel Tompkins. I see it. Just looks the wedge towards the halfway line.
Vital that Leeds keep him fit. Here now is Jenkins. Jenkins gets the bumpers up.
How good's he been this season, Mark? Cooper Jenkins.
Been a really good pickup, hasn't he? Here now is Croft, sends it high. This will be a test for Aspiro-Bichet. There's a coming together in the chase, but it was a Dragons player that went down. Referee says play on, and Catalans having 15 off their own line. I mentioned last week, Leeds weren't great at Huddersfield. Well, they've been great so far tonight.
No, they haven't been, no. I mean, I watched them here a couple of weeks ago when they took Hull KR. They tore them to part. And I thought, here we go, the Rhinos got a real opportunity. From what I've seen last week and so far tonight, Chris Satter rams the ball forward. They're going to need to be better.
Here's Keary, just pokes the kick, turns Hall around. The chase, not a particularly quick one, but they're going to meet him as a wall, and they're going to need to be a wall to stop Hall. They do. 10 off the Leeds line, and at the moment, Catalans just knocking out their sets and making Leeds bring it off their own end of the field.
I was just going to say there, you know, we're looking at this Rhinos outfit and we're thinking that, you know, are they really playing well tonight? But I'm going to flip it on its head, Mark, and think the Dragons are playing exceptionally well so far.
Good run from Hankinson. Ball now here, taken forward by Newman. Good carry. A couple of quick carries from Leeds. You feel they need a bit of pace in the game. Here now is Aletsky. Runs at Sartai. Big collision just short of halfway. Last one here for Leeds. Croft, the go-to man. Sends it high. Aspero Bichet will wait. Collects on the full. 10 off his own line. He'll head back in field. And Leeds will bring him down just outside the 20.
Yeah, good pressure as well there from Tarek Sims on Brodie Croft.
Look at that. Cam Smith, O'Connor, Shorrocks, Ash Hanley, none of them playing tonight. You'd like to feel most of those would be in the best 17 come the playoffs.
Especially Connor at the moment, 30 try assists to his name. Massive numbers.
Yeah, rib injury for Jake Connor. How long will that keep him out? I seem to think that if needed, he will play. And I guess the results of this weekend, as a kick downfield, will determine what Brad Arthur's planned next week when they go to Wigan, because if second place is off the table, they could have well have guaranteed third place, depending on the result tomorrow night. So a lot of twists and turns and planning ahead for the two teams. There's Brad Arthur, hoping for that home playoff. They're going to need to be better than they've shown so far tonight. O'Connor waits, dummy half, picks up one-handed. Here's Callum Watkins, gets it away to Croft. Ball back on the angle, McDonnell. McDonnell barges his way inside the 30. Callum Watkins, you feel, will steady the ship for Leeds. Ball now to Brodie Croft. Croft sends it high. Hall after it, might get there. Hall did get there. Ball into touch. Collected by the Dragons, and they get it back 5 off their own line.
Yeah, Ryan Hall just throws that ball over the top of his head where Newman should be. He believes he was taken out in that kick chase. It looked very theatrical from up here.
Ryan Hall, top Super League try scorer. Look at this for defence. This is better from Leeds. And they squeeze the Dragons here. That's 10 on tackle 4. All now a Spiro Bichet, some relieving meters. What are they going to do here? Keary the go-to. Keary under pressure, gets the kick away. There's nobody back for Leeds, and this ball's going to skip away over on the far side. If I'd have gone into touch, that'd have been a real result for the Dragons as well. But Miller's through. Trouble now, only Teason in front of him. O'Connor's put it down. A try gone begging, and now forward come the Dragons. Shot there from Palacia, and that'll be the 0 tackle on halfway.
Yeah, a couple of big moments there, Mark. First of all, Lockie Miller denying the 20-40 before racing away. O'Connor dumps the ball down. The Dragons survive, but not only that, they're now rolling forward here with Garcia.
Yeah, they almost left the stable door open there, Leeds, didn't they, on the kick? And then they broke and couldn't execute as far as is chopped down by Watkins. Oh, wow, that real mess there. Went backwards, says the referee. But the Dragons so disorganised with ball in hand. Here's a Spiro Bichet dragged to the ground, and they're not exactly making the most of this opportunity, the Dragons, at the minute. Here's Kotrick. Nice footwork. Looking to flick the ball away. Oh, gets it off the ground, and this time it's Seguier that puts it down. And Joel Tompkins will be furious with that. Now they've given away a penalty. They get the ball on halfway, Kyle. Leeds on the retreat and offered absolutely nothing.
No, it's Chris Satter. He overruns Leo Farge. Farge turns round and sprays him. And then he's supposed to carry the ball next, but he doesn't want anything to do with it. He get away with it, but then Contri, full upper body strength. Seguier can't take it in. I think actually Joel Tompkins will be fairly happy though, Mark, you know, considering maybe not with that set, but it's 6-0 up against the Rhinos, 28 gone on the clock. I think he'd take that.
Yeah, they've done the basics really well. They've kicked really well. They've chased hard. They've done okay. Just felt that was an opportunity that let slip through their fingers.
They've done everything that they haven't done in the previous 24 rounds.
Correct. Here now, another big run. There is Holroyd, 8 out, and he's back, and now he's earned himself a penalty, and the Rhinos. Sims is asking the question. The referee's having none of it. Offside.
A decent carry from Holroyd. The Dragons defence has jumped the gun. Holroyd has missed the last 8 with that scaphoid injury. He's back out there tonight, but look out!
Sonny on from the bench with a big carry. Here come Leeds looking to level up the match. Croft back to Holroyd. Holroyd inside the 10. Leeds back down this end of the field on the back of successive penalties. Here now, Sonny again. 3 or 4 metres short of the line. Watkins and Holroyd. It goes to Holroyd. Back to Watkins. Beautiful hand. Sinfield, great tackle. Offloads back to Miller. Miller gets it away. Tackle! What a tackle! Busquets on Lissoni stopped him dead in his tracks. Sinfield wide and Hankinson puts it down. But what about that tackle? Sam Lissoni at full tilt. It was like running into a tank.
Julian Busquets, the veteran of the Dragons, just throws absolutely everything. What an almighty collision that was. And then off the back of it, Sinfield with a bullet ball to Hankinson, who just can't take it in. It's over the top of his right shoulder mark. And a real chance gone begging for the Rhinos. You felt that they were playing at a pace where they were going to get over the line. But desperate defence from the Dragons. Julian Busquets, what a special play that was.
Real body on the line job that.
It almost looked like it rocked him.
Busquets has missed the last 5. Over 300 appearances now for the Dragons. Based on effort like that, still 6-0. The Dragons lead, 9.5 to go to the break. Huge weekend ahead. A final charge well and truly underway. Dragons might not be involved in the end of season fair, but they could well have a big say in who is and where they go in the playoffs. They play Hull, of course, next week.
Absolutely, that race for the final place in the playoffs. Wakefield, of course, losing last week. How costly may that prove to be?
It just shows, doesn't it? There's often a bump in the road when you least expect one, and Leeds might be finding their bump in the road tonight. Hankinson waits, collects it on his own line.
Look at this chase here, Mark.
Yeah.
31 minutes in.
Great effort. Lee Saints tomorrow. Wigan, Castleford. Also tomorrow, Wakefield, Hull KR, 5 o'clock on Saturday night. Wakefield, as Kyle said, looking to bounce back from that loss at Castleford. Hull KR looking for their first ever League Leaders Shield. Don't forget as well, NRL playoffs start in the morning as well. Can't wait for those.
It's the most exciting part of the year now, Mark. The big games come thick and fast.
Indeed. The time to be a rugby league fan. Here now, into the hands of Sinfield. Finds Simpson. Simpson over halfway. Last one for Leeds. O'Connor waits patiently. Finds Miller. Sends it high. That's gone way above the stand here. Hankinson can't take it in. A calculated gamble there, Aspiro Bichet let him have it. He couldn't take it.
Yeah, and a small little special effort there on Otis. Paul Seguier, he's on the open side of the ruck. He swings round and fills in and puts pressure on Lockie Miller. He doesn't quite nail that kick. Hankinson, even if he catches that mark under pressure from forward Yaha, he would beat.
There is Kev. He's hiding. We found him. Kevin Sinfield, CBE, 7 grand final wins for Kevin. undertaking one of his mammoth challenges come the end of the season, as he inevitably does these days.
He continues to do wonderful work for the MND community. Everybody at Rugby League wishes him well for the next challenge.
Yeah, they do. All here with the Dragons then. Just the one score so far. Hugo Tisson, and a soft try as well, wasn't it? Pounced from close in.
Don't forget, it could have been worse had it not been for Lockie Miller's tackle on Bailey Sirenen.
Yeah. There have been chances for the Dragons. So they're not just here to make the numbers up. There's the try scorer. And here now is Aspiro Bishake, finds Kotrick, gets rid of Hankinson, who does well, but a one-handed offload finds Busquet, who just goes the way he knows best, straightforward. Tough, uncompromising player. Last one. Here's Farge, going to send it high. Hankinson under pressure. Yahar after him, and Yahar gets to his man. 12 off the line. Joel Tompkins will be delighted with a kicking game from the Dragons.
Absolutely. High completion rate, Mark. Played off the back of some neat kicks as well. But then defensively, being able to get down. The only concern I've got for the Dragons is they come up with 2 or 3 decent players defensively, and then it just gets a little bit too quick. He puts them on the back foot.
Here comes Watkins. There is Joel Tompkins. Ryan Sheridan, former Leeds man, at his side. Leeds up towards the 40. Here's Lasoni. This one for Leeds again. Again, Croft will kick inside his own half. Downfield he goes. Aspiro Bichet will catch on the 10. Looks up, and he gets it over the 20. We mentioned the NRL. Well, it all starts tomorrow. Eels Bulldogs live 8:40 AM in the NRLW. NRL sees the Storm take on the Bulldogs at 10:50 on Sky Sports Plus. NRLW on Saturday, Broncos Cowboys at 3 AM. Titans Raiders at 4:45. Then the Warriors take on the Panthers 7:05 on Sky Sports Mix. Sharks Roosters 10:50 on Sky Sports Mix. And more NRLW on the Sunday as well. What a weekend ahead. Raiders Broncos 7:05 Sunday morning. Here now is Farr's got the ball away. It was a flat pass, so that ball's come out loose. I thought that was pinched. Yeah, Jack Smith agrees. I thought that was pinched.
Yeah, 2 players in. And Theo Farge, who started this game very well, comes up with a little short pass there to Seguier. Hankinson all over, and as soon as it's Gannon who comes in and touches the back of Seguier, then it is a 2-on-1. It's a penalty here, and the Dragons, inside the final 4 minutes, will get a really good shot at this Rhinos line once more.
Well, Lockie Miller is in deep conversation here. Brad Arthur looking on. Going to be a big test second half of Brad Arthur's Leeds. The question is, will it be 6 or more the difference?
On the foot, boys.
Here is Seguier. Going to play in French Rugby League.
Release, stay your mark, Paul.
The conclusion of the Super League season.
Go, you cause
Here's
it, Paul.
Tisson, gets it away now to Farge. He gets the ball off. Get wrapped up, flunked it away. What a pass that was. Tisson on the end of it. Found Farge. He had a runner with him, Garcia, but he couldn't get it away. Now a penalty.
Swinging arm
right in front of the post.
Yeah, it was a swinging arm over the top. It's a wonderful offload from Busquet. Just here, just pops it out. 3 in the tackle. Tisson reacts, gives it to Tharge. Sam Lasoni just over the top there. There's no force in it, but it's a penalty. And you would imagine, Mark, that the Dragons will just take points on offer here.
Why wouldn't they? What a sleight of hand there from Busquet. What's he like to play against?
Well, you've got to put your body in front, put it that way. A big French boss. Huge man, 14 seasons now at the Dragons. You know, him and Ben Garcia epitomise everything about that club, and they've had some highs and they've had some lows along the way. But their level of performance, Mark, has by and large been fairly consistent. Quality players.
Yeah. Aspiro Bichet, 16 metres out right in front of the post. Will take his time with this one, the youngster. looking to make it an 8-point lead. Leeds are told to shift out of the way.
Look, Mark, perhaps the Rhinos maybe a little bit guilty of results and performances over the last few weeks, that maybe they're just starting to think that they are the real deal, but there is a process you have to go through. And last week, although a convincing 26-0 win, it wasn't the best of performance, and you have to start nailing each and every single part of your game, because time will run out in the end.
Well, here's Aspero Bichet, kicker of his quality. No mistake, 8 points to 0. And the Dragons add to their lead.
It's a small detail, Mark, but there's no way that Julian Busquets should be able to offload that ball if the Rhinos are on defensively down that end of the field. 3 players on them. Rocky Miller restarts this, and it looks like he's going to find touch.
Or is he? No, he's not. Survives. Sartai gets it. Rumbles of discontent down below us. They thought he might have been in touch. Yaha jumps from the field of play. Did it perfectly.
And neat stuff there from the right winger.
Move together!
Well, they're one good set away here, the Dragons, from going in at the break 8-0 in front, but there's still work to be done here because Leeds are squeezing. 3 tackles gone inside the 10. Leeds got to stay squeaky clean defensively here. Lasone makes the tackle. Up to the 20 they go. One more big carry and a big kick to come, you'd imagine, for Joel Tompkins' side. Leave a body on the ground. Here's Sartai now. Powers his way up to the 30. They've done well in the end. Those last 2 runs, very helpful. Here now is Keary under pressure. Kicks high. Hall will catch this on the full. Leeds are going to get a couple of tackles. Here's Miller. Miller now fires the ball wide. Well held there by Hankinson. Hankinson pass 1 up towards halfway. Better from Leeds. Time running out for the blue and amber in this first 40. Here's Miller. Moves it to Sinfield now. Hot hands from the Rhinos, but time against them. 1, maybe 2 more tackles left in this first half. A half in which so far they've disappointed. Here's Miller. Good read, Kotrick. Offloads it back now to O'Connor. Fires it wide here to Sinfield. Finds McDonnell. Tackled, and that's it. First half done and dusted. A rumble of discontent around AMT Headingley. Hugo Tisson's try had the Dragons in front, and a couple of goals from Aspero Bichet.
Not this game was going to be an easy win, and they thought that the Dragons were just going to roll over and allow Leeds to play their style. They certainly haven't. In fact, if anything, the Dragons have showed a little bit of playoff football quality in their team, kicking into corners, completing high, chasing hard, defending well. The Rhinos have got a big 40 minutes ahead here. They do know that if they can flip this around, it will keep them in the hunt for that second place, which is crucial as you head into the playoffs.
Yeah, it certainly is. Dragons looking for a 3rd win in 4, looking for that double over the Rhinos, having won in round 4 earlier in the campaign. Can they hang on? They led at Warrington recently and were turned over second half. They'll be hoping to carry on where they left off first half. Here's Croft, gets it away. Ball carried forward by Holroyd, who's turned and dumped on his back. Good aggressive defence from Garcia. Tisson involved there. And Leeds have it back. Watkins will carry. He's got a big part to play, hasn't he?
Yeah, he certainly has. You know, what a signing he's been since returning back to Leeds in this April, from the Salford Red Devils. And Lasone, Hull FC bound, of course. He'll be a big miss next season.
Well, he needs replacing, doesn't he? Here now is Sinfield, moves it wide. Chance for Simpson, wrapped up, last one. But over halfway, though, a chance to get a good kick away here, put some pressure on the Dragons. Sinfield goes high. Forward comes Aspero Bichet. They've not really been able to get him under any kind of pressure at the minute, although he throws out a bit of a wild pass, and they're trying to get to an edge, but a slip and a slide. And now Makinson will head back in field. He's run about 50 yards and gone 5 yards.
You're right to mention there about Espiro Bichir. We saw last week when he was contested under a high ball and they put traffic in and around him. He had a couple of mistakes in him, but so far every catch he's been able to take from the back mark has just been at ease.
He has. Leeds hunting up in defence here. Good run forward there. Yaha has turned and one back. There is the teenager. Certainly one for the future for the Dragons, but having a big say here and now as well. Absolutely. Tisson gets it away. Here's Busquets to reach for the ball. Still makes some meters. Takes some putting down on the 40. Last one for the Dragons. Kiri waits. He'll get it now under pressure. Sends it downfield. He finds the grass, but Miller will get it first bounce. And he heads off, then swings it across. Hankinson will take it forward. He's wrapped up just outside the 30.
Yeah, better keep pressure on Kiri there, Mark. It just forces him to put the boot through the ball, but it's a nothing kick really down the centre field. Miller's able to pick up and return.
There is Kiri, not the year he would have envisaged in the Super League for sure.
There's been many of those Dragons players who would have perhaps, you know, certainly would have liked a bit more of a better campaign.
There's Lasoni, over halfway, brought down in Dragons territory. O'Connor finds Sinfield, finds Miller, held on to the pass, finds Gannon. Gannon, oh, beautiful footwork from the big back rower. Can't get the pass away, but that was better from Leeds. Leaves the defender on the ground. Last one. Here's Miller. Little chip and chase, maybe. No, stands it up. Here comes the pressure. Collected by Tisson there on his own 10, and the Dragons get it back.
Hugo Tisson operating at 9 after the last couple of games at half-back. Of course, he came up with that clutch moment, 17-16, against the Red Devils last week.
It's been a year of slim pickings for the Dragons. But a new regime, a big changeover in squad next year is on the way. They've already made a lot of signings. They wanted a penalty there, they're not going to get one. And the ball now works its way into the hands of Yaha, who's picked up and driven back. And this will be the 5th tackle.
I'll tell you something, they've got the blueprint here for next season. If they can play more games like this, they'll be certainly sitting in the healthier part of the ladder.
Well, they've been on the wrong end of some big scorelines, haven't they, this campaign? But this has just been hard work and guts, hasn't it? Turn up, do your work, work your hardest and see where it takes you.
Sometimes all you need to be, Marky, each and every player out there just doing their job and not stepping out of the realms of that. And when you put it all together, you get what you're getting so far here in the opening 45 minutes.
Leeds on the 40. Foregone second half. Ball fires to Watkins. He's wrapped up. Dragons defending as a unit at the moment, making life hard for Leeds. Leeds, though, poised to strike. Here's Croft. Gets it away, McDonald. McDonald wrapped up after a short gain. He's slow to his feet. So nothing serious. Croft runs it to Newman. Newman will roll the kick down the line. It's not the worst kick in the world. It's picked up by Espiro Bichir. He will get away from Newman, but he won't get away from Brodie Croft. Great chase from the former Man of Steel. You know, here's Yaha again.
You just look at the players out there, Mark. When you look at the Rhinos, they've got pace, they've got threat all over the field. You don't really see too much pace in a Dragons outfit there. Perhaps just sheer power is their best way in this game.
Seguier wraps up on the 30. Here's Makinson. No sight of the try line just yet as he awaits that 200th Super League score. Here now is Theo Farge. Fires the ball wide to Yaha. Gets the kick away. It's gone over Hankinson. This is play on. Just eventually rolls out. And Leeds in the end, grateful it did roll out.
Yeah, the ball just over the top there. Takes a turn to the right and rolls over just about 25 metres away.
He's maybe not quite got the explosive speed he once had, Fuad Yaha. Top try scorer for the Dragons. 108 tries for them.
And he'll be one of those 13 departing next week after that final game.
Go to Hull in round 27. Could yet be a massive game. As I mentioned, the Dragons could have a big say as Holroyd, oh, it's a terrible offload, and he's kicked forward by Remus Smith. Miller's after him. Miller should get there. He's dropped it. Can they score? Touchdown. And Makinson has touched it down in goal, but the referee said it was grounded before Makinson got to it. Wow, harum-scarum stuff, but the Holroyd offload was a nightmare.
Oh, this was a shocker. You know, sometimes you've just got to take your medicine. Tom Holroyd just tries to offload in an impossible situation. Lockie Miller under pressure from Smith. Well, what about this for a dropout?
It is, goes over the halfway line. He's too busy looking at the replay there. He only just got it down, Lockie Smith, but that's a win for Leeds because the Dragons have it on halfway.
Stand up, Sam! Oh, stay here.
It was an offload that was never really on, was it, there from Holroyd?
Again, look, you know, it's just another little sign that the Rhinos that mentally aren't where they need to be. And they've just thought that they can overplay with an offload that was never on, rather than doing the tough job first.
Yeah, well, that pass was never on from Tison. It was a yard forward. Referee and touch judge combine, and that's a waste again for the Dragons, who had numbers, didn't they, down that short side, but Tison's pass was a forward one.
Yeah, just trying to do a little bit too much there. We'll go Tison with his deception. Throws the ball forward. Relief for the Rhinos, Mark, considering.
Yeah, Joel Tompkins looks on. I'll be proud of many aspects of that first half. But will the 8-point lead be enough? Can Leeds find the points?
The balance of play, Mark, you think it would be. But again, there's just still a lot of threat out there for the Rhinos.
Well, look, Leeds have kept teams scoreless the last couple of weeks. It's they who are scoreless here, but you get the feeling at some point they'll find their stride. The question is, will they be in touch when they find it? Here now is Sinfield. Little drop of the shoulder, shake of the hips. He was through. Dragged down by Garcia inside the 40. Here now is Miller. Short pass, almost through. Offloaded. Here's Gannon. Oh, ball knocked down, recollected by Hankinson, who stayed in the field of play. Another set for Leeds. A bit of luck goes the way of the Rhinos. Dragons racing out defensively. That could spell trouble here. Can they get away? O'Connor. Oh, this is risky. Risky. It was intercepted by Makinson. He drops it. Croft puts the kick in. What on earth is going on here? First tackle. He's kicked the ball away. The crowd go ballistic. Wow, it was all over the shot there. Croft comes up with a wrong answer.
Yeah, shocking. Brain explosion there from the Rhinos, but I'm going to credit the Dragons defensively for getting back behind the ball, turning up where they need to be. They didn't get it right. It wasn't always pretty, but it ends up in their arms. Brodie Croft, if he had his time again, would just take that tackle and get them perhaps on the next play or two.
Yeah, that was frustrating. It opened up in front of him there. Oh, they're going for the kick early here, and this is a good kick. Needs a bounce forward. Oh, this is a kicking exhibition from the Dragons. 2 40-20s, and now a 20-40.
Goodness me, Mark. Well, Kevin Sinfield has kicked plenty of 40-20s in his time on this field. But Keary and Theo Farge, they have that ball on a shoestring.
There he is, the great Kevin Sinfield. He'd have been proud of that one. Keary showing, and he played for it. It was a deliberate play early in the tackle count. The kicking game has been unbelievable tonight for Catalans, and it is making now that error from Brodie Croft even bigger. But there's an error here from Leeds. They've tried to steal it, and this is going to be, you would imagine, another 2 points for Guillermo Spirabiche.
Captain's challenge, Mark.
Well, let's listen in. Referee handing it upstairs.
Tackle one, Russia. Challenge, he's just let go. It's captain's challenge. No ranking action, it's just let go. Okay, mate. Leeds are challenging the on-field ruling of a ball steal. They believe it's just let go of the ball.
Okay, it's tackle one. We have a captain's challenge from Leeds. They're challenging the ruling of a ball steal. You can see that Busquets in possession. Gannon's wrapped the ball up, which he's allowed to do. We'll just play it through. Keep playing it through. So Gannon has hold of the ball. He's wrapped it up, which he's allowed to do. Is there a steal in action? You can see Gannon's left elbow move back slightly, and there's a flick of the wrist and the fingers as he steals the ball. Thank you, I've made my decision.
Well, Liam Rush has had a look, and he has stuck with the on-field decision. Morgan Gannon dealt to have stolen the ball.
Yeah, and perhaps gifting Spiro Bichir and the Dragons 2 more points here. 25 metres out. Go back to that 20-40. You think about the set before that, Mark, all the chaos, and Luke Keary just shows absolute composure to pick that kick and nail it. And in the blink of an eye, they'll knock 2 more points over if Spiro Bichir can convert this opportunity and give the Dragons a 10-0 lead here.
He's kicked it from his 10-metre line. He's kicked it 55 metres downfield and found touch.
But again, everyone's in scramble. The Rhinos were in, you know, they were trying everything. Balls over the top. There was bodies flying everywhere. And then Luke Keary, you just see this unfolding. But Bousquet coming flying out, trying to solve it on his own. O'Connor with a booming ball over the top. Makinson can't take it in. Croft slices through. There's just so much going on here, Mark, but it's Luke Keary, the experience just to be calm and in the moment and then come up with a wonderful, wonderful kick.
You saw the reaction of Ryan Hall there. Look, you could see the thinking, because Ryan Hall was 20 yards clear in space, but he didn't find him. Here's the kick for Spiro Bichir then. 2 from 2, he's 25 metres out. He'll take his time, he's not in any rush. Fans trying to put him off here. Spiro Bichir is usually pretty good when it comes to kicking from the tee. Here he goes. Strikes it. Touch judges don't move. Flags go up. Catalans lead by 10. Again, fans of Lee and St Helens rub their hands in glee. The Rhinos making a big mess of this one.
Just keep your eyes on here. Ryan Hall, Aaron Newman at the bottom of the screen. The kick there just gets mopped up by Luke Keary. It is as well. Hall furious. 2 plays later, 20-40 kicked. And then 2 points are added.
Here come the Dragons, leading by 10.
Well, I didn't think 8 was enough. But I think 10 just might be, Mark. There's still 28 minutes left of this contest.
Well, the problem now, of course, for Leeds, because they've taken those 2, another one, and all of a sudden it's 2 converted tries in front, and it then does become a different game. Here's Sartai's gone well off the bench. You could hear a pin drop here at Headingley tonight. The raucous atmosphere we've been used to in wins recently over Hull Kingston Rovers. Nothing like it tonight. Here is another 40-20 attempt. Just short. Shocking effort from Keary, 2 metres out. As far as it was, my apologies.
Yeah, he doesn't quite nail that one.
To be fair, though, they're playing for it, aren't they?
They are. Theo Farage has already had 2 first half 40-20s. Keary's 20-40. It's not often you see 3 in a game, Mark.
No, it isn't. Really, it swung the game in the Dragon. And when they're completing like they're completing, when they're defending and scrambling like they are doing, when you add a bit of magic into it, it soon turns around. That pass was flat there and taken forward by Bentley.
Well, it must be frustrating for Joel Tompkins and Dragon fans watching as well.
Where's this been?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Ball halfway, Newman growing frustrated. There is Joel Tompkins, here is Sinfield. He's gone well, hasn't he, with ball in hand? He's made a couple of half breaks. Here now, the last one for Croft. Going to have to send the kick high across field. Yaha's going to have to get off the ground. He never looked favourite for that. They're offside. That's a penalty, I think. It is. Never looked comfortable there. Didn't set himself, did he, Fuad Yaha? And an error, rare error from the Dragons.
Well, again, huge opportunity opens up there. It was a neat run from Sinfield. The kick there is designed for Miller through the centre of the field. Fuad Yaha just spills the ball. And you get the sense, Mark, that Leeds need to score here.
Yeah. Here is Holroyd with the charge. Tackled 10 away. Are the Rhinos about to launch their assault? A win tonight guarantees them a home playoff match, whatever happens tomorrow at Lee. But if they get beat here and Saints win tomorrow night at Lee, they're not even guaranteed to be in the top 4. So this is a seismic 25 minutes here. Croft thought about the ball over the top. That's going to be high. And that stops the Leeds attack. Kiri, it was deemed to have gone high.
And the left edge there of Catalan Dragons just get up extremely high and force Brodie Croft into running. Kiri just catches him high with the right arm. And here comes Holroyd.
Tackled 6 out from the line. Ball here to Sinfield. Short pass, Bentley. Great tackle. Had to be as well from Sims. He might be going in the bin, is he here? No, but that was close. And I think Lockie Miller's just politely asking the question, was that not a professional foul?
Sorry, one was a technical offside.
Well, they're on thin ice here at the Dragons.
This is a massive set mismatch, isn't it?
Yeah, third set now.
First. Move, back we come. 6 again, remain.
Set restart.
Now, Catalans.
Ball works its way here to Sinfield. Runners go past him, tackled a couple out, but the Dragons are walking the disciplinary tightrope here now with Croft. Gets it away to Miller. Miller with a step, danger, goes back to Croft. Croft straightens up, goes for the line, another high one, and surely now Jack Smith has got to tell the Dragons enough is enough. And it is the sin bin here, and you cannot say that has not been coming. Jack Smith decides enough is enough. Navarrete shown the sin bin card. He was sin bin, I think, in the meeting earlier in the season as well, so a double bubble for him.
4 penalties in a row. A 6 again thrown in there as well, Mark. I said they were walking a tightrope. Jack Smith just deciding enough's enough. Not allowing the Rhinos to play the ball at their speed. A couple of high contacts in there on some willing runners. This is now the 4th and 5th set now, Mark.
Navarrete sin bin for the 2nd time in the season against Leeds. Here comes Bentley. Surely there's a gap somewhere. Can Leeds expose it? Fighting on the ground to play the ball. Here's Croft, gets it away to Sinfield. Ball over the top for Hankinson. The defence will slide. Hankinson slips, and the Dragons hold out.
They lose a bit of ground there.
Ball now here with Holroyd. Desiree all over him. I just wonder if Harry Newman might be the X factor if they can get it out to him. They've come this way a couple of times, but haven't found Newman yet. Here's Miller, short pass. Gannon regathers. No, he doesn't. Well, if he takes that in, he scores. And the referee will come back for the knock-on. Gannon denied. Couldn't hold on to it.
That is a massive win, though, for the Dragons, Mark. You think how much under the pump they were. They've lost a man, Romain Navarrete. And the short pass just bounces off Gannon's chest and spills forward. And I just think that what does that do to the mindset of those Rhinos players out there, having all that weight of possession over the last couple of minutes. The Dragons just find a way to force the mistake.
Well, they keep turning up for each other. There is Romain Navarrete.
He'll be the most relieved man in the ground.
Well, he will for now. And in the end, he was the straw, wasn't he, that broke the camel's back when it came to the infringements. Referee stops the clock. Just over a quarter of this one to go. 10-0. Dragons lead here. Result, as it stands, would be a disastrous one for Leeds. However, should Lee beat St Helens tomorrow, Leeds would finish in the top 4. Lee Saints tomorrow, 7:30. Sky Sports Plus, Wigan chasing down Hull Kingston Rovers. Big win for them would make it interesting as they take on Castleford. Wakefield Hull Car, massive game in the playoff mix, as is Hull against Warrington. And Huddersfield Salford on Sunday as the Dragons work their way up to 25 from their own line. And the ball now, that's a good run from Cotrick.
The Dragons are a player down. They've just defended 5 sets in a row, and it's them who have all the energy, bizarrely enough.
Oh, ball steal. And then lost. What's the referee going to deem here?
It's gone straight to ground. It's a knock on, it's their ball. It's one-on-one. You want to challenge it?
Well, they're going to challenge this, I think. Because I think Sinfield has stolen it and then they lost it.
My view is it's gone straight to ground before it's gone back, mate. Captain's challenge, Liam. Catalans are challenging the on-field ruling of a one-on-one ball steal and lost by Theophage.
Okay, we have a captain's challenge. Catalans are challenging the ruling of a one-on-one ball steal by Farge and that he then loses the ball. So we can see that Sinfield's in possession here. Farge's left hand is on the ball and he steals the ball. That is a one-on-one steal. Let's just check the path of the ball in relation to the ground. So we know it's a one-on-one steal. And the ball goes straight to floor, which constitutes a knock-on from Theo Farge. Thank you, I've made my decision.
Worth challenging.
Same as the library, it hits the ground straight.
I'm not overly convinced by that. What about you?
No, I'm not either myself. He said it goes straight to floor.
I
I think it comes out forward. Theo Farge rips that ball towards his own try line.
It's a scrum.
Liam Rushdie, that has gone straight.
Lads, it's
straight.
a scrum. Scrum numbers, come
Like
on.
him doing any painting in my house, Mark.
Yeah, that did look to the naked eye as it went backwards. They've had a look at it. That's the decision they've come to, and Leeds maybe needed a break. They've got one. Here they come now. They've loaded up numbers. McDonald will take it in. Tisson's trying his best. He can't get him to ground. Oh, that's legs above the horizontal. That's a penalty from Garcia. And they're just losing their cool a little bit here, the Dragons. And all that came because of the strength in the tackle from the Leeds player.
Well, is it the Rhinos that are going to finish this final 20 minutes? Home in a wet sail, maybe. The Dragons have defended everything so far.
You wouldn't rule it out, would you? Here's Newman. Chopped down 10 away. He's fed on scraps tonight, Harry Newman. Leeds, are they about to breach the 12-player defence? Here's Palacia. He's tackled inside the 10. O'Connor waits. Ball now works its way to Croft. Croft gets it to Sinfield. Short pass, good tackle again. Theo Farge with a tackle. Watkins finds Croft. Here's Miller. Makinson, that is a superb reach. Shot in off the wing. It was all or nothing and he came up with it all. But the Dragons here are wobbling. Can Leeds find the finish? Watkins gets it away to Sinfield. Gets it wide to Hankinson. Hankinson cuts back. He's going away from the line rather than at it. And this is the last one. Can they undo them on the fifth and final? Here now is Sinfield, floats it high. Croft's going to get underneath. It wasn't post. He might have been post. Ball works its way back. Aspiro Bichet will collect it. He's not going anywhere. And it's going to be a goal line dropout. But maybe the Dragons got a little bit fortunate there. Looked like Brodie Croft got a shove in the back.
The kick there, I actually thought that maybe Keary had tackled Brodie Croft in the air. A penalty could have been given to the Rhinos, but the next best result is this. I think Brodie Croft could have won his side. A penalty there had Jack Smith seen it. Desiree bats it back, and then Hall and Newman send a Spiro Bichet over the sideline. Short dropout incoming here, Mark.
Well, they went twice. First half. They're going 3 times. Here come the Dragons. Ball batted back. That's not the worst result for the Dragons. Hall will collect. Ooh, nearly knocked that on. Ryan Hall gets it away. Here now is Simpson. He's tackled. So they went short and end up with the ball 35 off their own line. Not the worst outcome for them. Palacia dummies, goes inside the 30. Offloads back to O'Connor. Finds Croft to slip. There goes Croft. Croft forces the pass. Force the pass. He's gone backwards. He's gone backwards. Relief here for the Rhinos. Simpson does well to hang on. The Rhinos just need to hold their nerve here. They're panicking. They're playing like it's the last 5 minutes of the grand final at the minute. 10 behind.
Brodie Croft there just forcing the ball over, playing But it's the Rhinos who still have it 20 out, and the Dragons are doing an awful lot of defending.
They are, and Leeds are just starting to get one or two decisions going their way at the minute. Can they capitalise here? They're lined up left, they've got numbers. Straight back up the middle, Watkins flicked the ball, did he? He did, and he's picked up by the Dragons. Even Callum Watkins is throwing it away now.
Oh, goodness me. The Dragons are just doing everything enough. There's players down in back play. I think it's Tison who's in a heap on the floor.
Tison's down.
Sims is down with cramp, but Makinson just carries the ball and gets met again by some tough defence from the Rhinos. The Dragons are under the pump here.
They are. Tison can barely stand up. The physio just came on and gave the thumbs up. He's still in back play. It's in a world of pain at the minute. There is Tison. Here's another 20-40, but Hankinson is back. Big advantage, Rhinos. Surely the Dragons can't hold on here. 63 left. Still got 4 minutes or so. Oh, that's got had to be a crossing, didn't it? It was, yeah. Right, down, Leeds take the tackle. That could have been disastrous for them. Well, the Dragons here are out on their feet. And Croft goes through. Dummies, this time he hangs on. Right decision. Leeds now flooding forward. They go to the left. Sinfield steps out of one. Sinfield goes for it alone. They're falling away in front of him. But the Dragons still hold on. Watkins for the line. He's held out. This is heroic from the Dragons. One more to go. Last tackle, they've got numbers out to the right. They've got to go right. Here's Croft. Puts a kick in. Looking for Hall. He's got it down. Ryan Hall with a try. They'll want to check whether he got it down in the field of play. But Hall got up high and puts it down. Super League's top try scorer might just have come up with the goods when the Rhinos needed it most.
Loud decision as a try, Russia.
Okay, it's tackle 5. We have an on-field decision of try. It's from a kick, so we'll check the onside, offside. They're all okay to the right. There's two players. There's some players in the middle that are off in an offside position, so we'll track them. So they're outside the 10, so we can play on from here. We'll check where he jumps from now. Okay, so he jumps in the field of play, takes possession. He lands with both feet in the field of play. And he grounds the ball. Thank you, I've made my decision.
Ryan Hall has now scored 264 Super League tries. He's now scored 347 career tries, goes level with the great Paul Newlove, 18th on the all-time list. He's scored plenty of tries, Ryan Hall. That could be one of his biggest and best.
Sure could, and the importance of that in this game brings it back to 10 points to 4. There's a difficult kick to come here from Lockie Miller, who's only missed 7 out of his 24 attempts this season, 71%. An important kick incoming, but Ryan Hall just breathes a sigh of hope into Headingley.
Here's Miller. This is tough. This will be massive. We'll bring them back within 4. Swings it across, and it's just waved away. The Dragons were rocking and rolling on the ropes. They were inches away from surviving. It's a great finish from Hall.
They were inches away from coming up with something that I haven't seen too much this season. The amount of defending that they had to do, and they just kept finding a way. But in the end, it was Brodie Croft's kick that was iced to perfection, and Ryan Hall gets that ball down.
Well, we've criticised Brodie Croft a couple of times tonight, but that was right on the money, and that still needed scoring.
It certainly did.
The Dragons are taking their time.
How important may that try be? Just look at what the table looks like as it stands, Mark. It's the Rhinos who, with results go their way in the last 2 games, or against them, it could see them finish down as 5th And that home semi-final, or that home playoff game since 2017 will fade away.
Here's an offload. Yeah, if they don't win tonight, it is potentially, well, it's still in their hands, but they'd have to go to Wigan and win in the last round. Reminder, should Lee win tomorrow, it's irrelevant. Leeds are in the top 4, but if Saints win, far from guaranteed. All to play for, all to be revealed. Here come Leeds, surely. The Dragons have run out of juice, surely.
Yeah,
here's O'Connor.
They're out on the feet, Mark. The Dragons, have they got 14 minutes left in them?
Here's Watkins, short pass, Lasoni, good one-on-one tackle. Last one, but they've rolled downfield here. What can they do from the kick? Sinfield, they're going to run it. Here's Miller, rolls the kick in behind. Yaha's got to get to this, he does. They try and push him in touch, they get him in touch. They get him in touch, but was he dragged out? What's the referee decided here? Leeds will get it back. A fair tackle. Good kick from Miller.
Mark,
It seems running downhill.
yeah, look, there's 14 minutes left. I think the Rhinos go on and win this game. I do. It might be crazy to say, but all the momentum now is with them. The Dragons have been heroic. They are out on their feet.
Still down to 12 as well, remember, but only for a few seconds. He's on the sideline. He's not yet back on. He's on the sideline, I think. He's not yet back on.
Step back, Ethan, step back.
There he is. We are back level now. He is back out. Here they go, though. Lasoni, what a tackle. Fast round the bootlaces. Can the Dragons survive? Miller, big show and go. Wrapped up. They're all over him. They're trying to drag him through that stand on the far side. 13 remaining. Ball now here to Sinfield. Finds Watkins, gets it away to Croft. Oh, he kicked it, he dropped it, he did nothing. His brain was working, but his foot wouldn't do it.
I'll tell you what, apart from that kick for Ryan Hall's try, it's not been his finest hour, has it, Brodie Croft, in a Leeds shirt. I mentioned there that I felt the Rhinos would go on and win this game. Well, certainly not with players like that, Mark.
The longer the Dragons can survive, can they get down the other end? Take a Teesson field goal again, wouldn't they, here? But they've got to get down that end, and that pass won't help matters. Raimi Smith tidies up what could have been a nightmare. That's the last one, though. They need another one of the big kicks. Here's Keary under pressure from Watkins. Kicks back across the field. Bounces kindly for Miller. Miller now returns up to the 40. Miller tries to get rid of Seguier. Gets it to Hankinson. Hankinson on halfway. First tackle Leeds. The Dragons continue to hang on, but they need to start throwing something back the other way. Good defence there on Simpson. Well, it's been entertaining, that is for sure. Maybe not what anybody expected tonight. Here's Croft. Croft gets it away. Sinfield gets it now to Miller. Miller puts the burners on. Gets rid of two defenders. Gets it away to Gannon. Gannon streaking away. Cover defence stops him. And he's tackled an inch short of the line. They've got numbers here if they pass him. But what's the referee deemed? Is it a knock-on?
I think he's lost the ball.
His hand comes away from the ball.
Wow.
He's not on there. His hand comes away
The
from the ball.
Dragons here are hanging by a thread. Gannon thought he was in. And look at this, the cover from Tommy Makinson.
Did he lose it? Well, it doesn't look like he does there, Mark, if I'm honest. Oh, maybe, yeah, that angle does. No, right call there, Jack Smith. But again, Makinson, they just keep showing up, and it is unbelievable what we're watching here from the Dragons.
I can't believe it either. Nobody can believe it.
Get in, Tariq.
10-4. I'll tell you what, fair play to the Dragons. Season over. They've won 2 of the last 3. They've come here and they have had a right go.
They've had a right dig, haven't they? And they're defying logic, Mark, really. But they're finding a way.
They'd love a penalty, wouldn't they, the Dragons? They've forgotten what the other half of the field looks like.
Stand up, Jack!
10 remaining.
Oh, move, Jared!
Here's Tanguy Zenon. Here's another 40-20 effort, but Miller's back, catches it on the full. The chase is a decent one, but they need to make the tackle, and they will get Miller into the final 10. All the Dragons' benches have been used. None left for the Dragons. What they have now, they have to go with. Here now come Leeds again. Gannon over the halfway line.
Together, Catalans! Stay here!
Ball here now to Watkins. Watkins upended. O'Connor waits. 6 points the difference. Leeds a converted try in arrears. Croft spills it. What a shot in the midriff. Chris Sartai involved. Blockbuster defence. The Dragons continue to defy the Rhinos.
Satar Navarrete sandwich on Brodie Croft.
Go, zero.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Surrender. Stan Cooper! Tackle one.
Just look at that there. Play of the balls inside the opposition 20. 33 to the Rhinos mark.
And how many of those, we wonder, we can only surmise, but how many of those have been in the last 20 minutes? They have been pummeled.
Oh. Well, the petrol light's on for the Dragons. They've no interchanges left.
Release Keenan!
Just look where they are on the field here. And the scoreboard is their friend.
It is, and if they can get a penalty,
Keenan out that rock!
then surely they would boot the goal. Or are they going for one? Kiri's back for the one. Gets it away, Aspiro Bichet. He's going to run it. Not yet the last tackle. Aspiro Bichet ghosting his way through. Tackle now. Now Kiri's back in the pocket. Kick to drop goal in round 4 to win it. Is he going to kick one here? I think he's pushed it against the post. Ball up for grabs. Dropped. Surely they score. Did Busquets get it down? Did he ground it in the field of play? Jack Smith wants to check it. Drama, drama, drama here. This is a massive call. He says no try. I think Busquets got to it, but did he ground it?
To ground him, please.
Okay, we've got no tackle and we've got no try on field. It's from a drop kick, so we'll check onside, offside. Players to the left that are offside, so we can trap them. Everybody else is okay. So the ball hits the post, and then the kicker's through, so the offside chasers are now okay. It's a bouncing ball. Get something tight in. That's fine. It hits Kiri's back, and it doesn't matter whether Miller's feet are on the floor or not because it's a bouncing ball. So it's lost by Miller onto Kiri's back. So this would be 0 tackle, so we can play on from here. Get something close in on for the grounding. Okay, is that ball grounded? We'll check from the other side. So we can play on up to this point. And the ball is grounded. Thank you, I've made my decision.
Jerome Busquets has just come up with a fingertip touch. The big hitter comes up with a bit of finesse, and Headingley will fall silent when this decision is given. And Catalans now have got a 2-score lead with 7 minutes remaining. That a moment of brilliant sheer effort, the willingness to chase the ball down, and he got there in the nick of time.
Oh, goodness me. Busquets claiming his 3rd try of the season. And again, you think about all of the work, the last-ditch efforts, the bravery from the Dragons to go up the other end of the field. They get a bit of fortune off the post, but Kiri chases his own kick, forces the mistake. And then the big Frenchman just dots the ball down to give Catalan Dragons here a 10-point lead with a kick to come. I said I felt that the Rhinos were going to go on and win this game. Well, goodness me, how wrong I was. What a special effort there from Julian Busquets.
Well, he's missed the last 5, and he is back with a bang. And this fella will take his time. He's 3 from 3 tonight.
I just cannot get past how defensively the Dragons, the amount of effort that they put in. They were down to 12 as well, and somehow have found a way to get up to the other end of the field and hit the Rhinos' season. An almighty blow. Joel Tompkins, he must be so proud of his troops tonight.
Here's Aspiro Bichet kicking to add another 2. It looks mission impossible for Leeds now. He'll take his time. This is what he does. The clock is stopped. Aspiro Bichet slots another 2 through the middle. And the Dragons looking for a 3rd win in 4. But this has got disaster written all over it for the Leeds Rhinos. But inside, Tompkins must be proud of punch with this effort.
Chasing his own kick. Busquets getting on the ball. The Rhinos go short.
Get it back. They will get it back. So they need 2 converted tries. But they're running out of time. Can the Dragons' heroics continue in defence? 5 minutes remaining. Well, this has been a backs-to-the-wall performance from the Dragons. Thiesen's try and a couple of Aspiro Bichet goals had them made up at the break, but Aspiro Bichet added another goal, 10-0. Pass, oh, they've lost it again. They've lost it again, but it's a penalty. So Leeds will get the ball back, but they're running out of time. 5 left. Gannon nose blooded. Not just his nose that's blooded here tonight with this result, it's the entire club, unless they can produce a heroic comeback. 2 converted tries for Golden Point. They're going now here with Miller. Short pass, Gannon. Tackle made by Kotrick and co. Busquets, the try scorers in there. They're stunned around us here, but it's not done yet. It's not over yet. Leeds have got to keep believing. If they can get 1, they can get 2. Aletsky wrapped up. Ball coming now to Sinfield, out the back to Croft, gets away from 1. Ball fired back to Miller. Miller did well to pick it up. He gets it away. It's not the best pass, but it bounced kindly. Here now goes Gannon. Gannon's going to get it back. Was he tackled without the ball? I think he was. And the referee, well, is that a simping affair? Referee, I think, has said no, but they're hanging on for dear life. 4 remaining. Here's Aletsky. Leeds 5 straight wins coming into this. Ball now, that was an awful pass. Can Makinson get on the end of it? No, Hall beats him to it. Keary can't get him to ground either. So a chance again here for Leeds. Miller feints to kick. Did he hang on to that? He almost passed it forward. And he hangs on in the end. Even the great Lockie Miller can't undo them. Well, surely he's moved off the spot there. He'll play on. No, he'll go back and play it. Here's O'Connor, finds Sinfield. He's looked lively tonight. Tackled 5 out. Time becoming an enemy now. 3 minutes remaining and a bit of change. Watkins back now for Jenkins. Jenkins straight at the post. Turned away by the Dragons. Couple more to survive, and that's what they are doing at the moment, surviving. Ball now to Croft. Croft gets it, takes it, he's going to score. Finally, Croft breaks through. But is it too little, too late? 3 minutes left. They're back with an 8 and a kick to come for Miller.
Yeah, Brodie Croft there just decided to take the ball on, take the line on, and it opens up. Disappointing there from the Dragons, who have been almost watertight. Apart from Brodie Croft's kick. Catalan Dragons players just trying to eat away the clock. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Lockie Miller.
Oh, he's missed it! He's missed it! Oh, Lockie Miller, what have you just done? Brad Arthur can't bear to look. He's rushed it and he has missed it, and that may well be the game for Leeds. Just take your time. 10 seconds longer, he kicks the goal. They still get the ball back off the restart.
He makes a hash of that. There's Lockie Miller at the back there, but Brodie Croft. Kiri just loses his inside shoulder. He shapes up as if he's going to move the ball, but he gets in between Seguier and Kiri. But the kick from Miller was a shocker. And the game is going to end with the Catalan Dragons, against all the odds before the game, leaving here with 2 points and a dent and a blow for Brad Arthur potentially, and those Rhinos fans. They were hoping that they would get to see. Just look at the kick once again here. Wow. The Rhinos hoping for playoff football here since the first time since 2017. Well, all the Rhinos' attentions will turn to that game tomorrow night over at Leeds.
We'll all be Leopards fans for the night tomorrow. Remember, if Lee win, Saints can't catch Leeds. They'll be guaranteed a top 4 finish. Leeds. I'll tell you what, it would sting even more if Leeds were to score another try. Here's Newman. Newman up to the 40. But the belief has been sucked out of the stadium here. Here's Watkins. Gets it away to Sinfield. Sinfield wrapped up. Well, imagine if they did score now to get within 2. That missed kick becomes even more unbearable. Last one for the Dragons, surely. Here now is Croft. Croft gets it away to Miller. Batted down, that'll be another set of 6. Here's Miller again. Miller going for it. Miller going for the corner. Hankinson's gone without it, not for the first time tonight. Leeds blow it again. And Leeds now know they need a result to go in their favour tomorrow night, or they're going to have to go to Wigan and win for a top 4. Look at Joel Tompkins. He must be bursting with pride, but he's wishing away the next minute and a half of his life, that is for sure.
Oh, look, he knows it's in the bag, Mark. And Joel Tompkins, he's had not a lot to smile about, really. You know, he's came into a broken team after Steve McNamara leaving the Catalan Dragons. He's had a bit of work to do as Joel Tompkins. He's got an awful lot of players leaving, a lot of players perhaps demotivated, given that they're not going to be here next season. But whatever he's been saying, whatever he said to them during the week and before this game has certainly worked, because, you know, he came into this contest tonight, one side sitting 9th and the other one sitting 3rd. Well, the scoreboard would tell you would think it was the away team that was chasing that 2nd spot.
Surrender.
Well, it's a performance that, if you are a Dragons fan, gives you great hope for what's to come under Joel Tompkins. Such a good player, of course. And now earning his stripes in the coaching department, and it will be 3 wins in 4, but make no mistake about it, the big story tonight is Leeds, and they have blown a golden opportunity. We saw the odds pre-match. They were 1 to 100 Leeds to win tonight. As we always say, any outcome is possible, and Catalans have come here and they have caused an almighty upset. Brad Arthur's men have let a home playoff semi-final slip out of their grasp. They could still earn it, and they will tomorrow if Leeds beat Saints. The Dragons smiles all round for Joel Tompkins. It's got to be their best performance of the season, just for sheer hard work. Julian Busquets' probably gave them that extra bit of energy to see it out, but that was a wonderful defensive rearguard action from the Dragons. It's a silent Headingley here. Leeds 8, Catalans 16. And sometimes, Carl, you've just got to admire the hard work and the sheer refusal to give in, and the Dragons had bucket loads of it tonight.
Yeah,